Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. Of course, it's your girl Erin, and as you guys can already tell by the title of this video, we're here because we officially hit 100,000 subscribers. I cannot believe this day has come, but before I get any further into this video, I just want to say a massive thank you to everybody who has been a part of this journey, who's just kind of been watching all of my videos, commenting, liking, and being a part of this fiber family. I love this little community that we've built, and I can't wait to see where it grows to, and I'm just so thankful for all of you. I definitely couldn't have gotten here without all of your love and your help and your support. So for today's really special 100,000 subscriber video, I headed over onto Instagram, did a little poll, and I got some feedback from you guys. You said that you would just really love to see a general overview of just all of my favorite projects or tutorials that I've created ever since starting this channel, as well as like a general Q&A. So we're going to touch on a few different things, and of course you guys already know I will be hosting and holding a massive giveaway. I'm going to be holding two separate giveaways. I'm going to have one here for the YouTube platform, and I will also be holding a separate giveaway over on my social medias. So we're going to get into the nitty and gritties of that later on in this video. Make sure that you are subscribed here to this channel. You guys are literally the reason why we hit 100K, and also go ahead and follow me over on TikTok and on Instagram. But let's just go ahead and dive into some of my favorite creations of all time. Now, as you can probably see by what I'm wearing right now, I've just recently created and filmed a whole tutorial on this crochet raglan cardigan. Already right out of the gates, I'd have to say that this is one of my favorite creations because I love making things that are essentials or staples for my closet. But as you can see here on the very bottom of the cardigan, I really wanted to feature not only like a fit, a casual fit up on the body, but more so this like fit and flare. I really love things that kind of give me a little bit more of a feminine feel, especially because a lot of times I'm just decked out in oversized hoodies, oversized t-shirts, and pants. So for once, I really wanted to make something that was going to flatter my figure a little bit more and just accentuate my feminine physique. So here she is, but in case you guys couldn't tell, another reason why this is a favorite is because I got to use my own hand-dyed yarns. So yeah, definitely one of my favorites, and I promise the tutorial for this is coming out soon. I want to show off this bad boy because I feel like she doesn't get enough credit. This was another favorite tutorial that I featured and that I created late last year, and this is just a very basic and simple crochet sweater. One, I love this because of the colorway of this yarn. When I first posted this tutorial, I've never gotten so many DMs about the colorway and just the fiberway. So this is the Yarbo Cookie Cakes from Hobbii. Absolutely in love with these earth tone colors, but I just love her because she has a very basic, simple style and construction, but when she's on, it's just so flattering. And again, you can wear a sweater with pretty much everything. And for those of you who have been following me over on my Instagram, you probably saw that Louis from the Netflix series posted this on his stories saying that he followed this tutorial, and I've gotten so hyped up over that. You guys really slid into my DMs. I just love being an instructor and a teacher and being able to teach hopefully anybody who watches my videos how to make things for their own body. So go check out this tutorial if you guys haven't seen her yet, but super lightweight, super colorful and cute. Moving on to another favorite of mine. These are my crochet flowy shorts. Again, I did also make a tutorial on this, so if you guys want to, I'll leave the link up here somewhere for you guys to click on and make these for yourself. If you guys couldn't already tell, I also made this pair of shorts with my own hand-dyed yarn. I believe that this is my fingering weight in creme brulee. So what I love about this is actually more so the colorway and the style and the fit. As you can see with this coloring, it's very light and creamy and somewhat basic, but you do have these like little speckles and pops of color. So it kind of breaks apart all of the neutrality and gives it a little bit more dimension. But as I mentioned, these are more of a flowy fit style short. I've gotten so much use out of this pair of shorts. I truly wear these all around my house, whether I'm at home crocheting, editing, just lounging, and I've even worn these out in public. They're just so stinking cute. I know that you guys really love this tutorial, and if you guys continue to make stuff from my tutorials, feel free to tag me over on your social media so I can see what you've made and I can repost it to my stories and give you guys a little shout out. For my next favorite, this one might surprise you guys, but this has honestly been one of my most worn projects and tutorials that I have ever created. Again, I'll also leave this little tutorial here for you guys because it is perfect in time for the hot summer months. But this is my really gorgeous little scoop neck crochet bralette. Now, when it came to creating this, what totally sold me was the idea of having more of a scoop neckline rather than the harsh V necks. And I just feel like this looks so much more flattering on my body style. So this is definitely a favorite from the previous year. And the really cool thing too about this type of tutorial is although I made this a very simple bralette, you could totally extend this down and make it into a full length tank top or even like a little mini dress for the summer months. Moving right along, now this top holds a very special place in my heart. I haven't actually posted a video or too many photos on this top because I created this for a really special project where I was working with a brand and a team, and unfortunately the project did get scrapped post-production, so this never made it to the big screens, but I felt like I would give her another really big shout out here. As you guys can probably tell, I crocheted this using my infamous top-down or raglan style method. So it has a very, very basic construction, but what I love so much about this is the fact that I got to use some Noro Ito yarn. So this is what the colorway looks like. Again, we have more of these darker, I wouldn't necessarily say earth tones, but kind of like neutral colors with little bits and pops of color such as the green and the purple. For the video that I was previously filming, I wanted to add in my own like little personal style to a very basic construction. So as you can see here, I threw in some really gorgeous silver chain accessories, and these are kind of just draped across the lower belly section. So it does give it a little bit more pop and a little bit more character. And while I'm on the topic of my all-time favorite creations, as you guys know, I do run and own my own small handmade business, which does consist of not only hand-dyed, indie-dyed fibers, but I do also create handmade resin crochet hooks. So I just wanted to touch on a few different favorite colorways I've created. First up is my kaleidoscope yarn. As you guys can see, this has been dyed on my boucle fiber. So what makes this so interesting right out of the gates is just this overall crimpled kind of texture. It's a very, very wavy textured type of fiber. So automatically it gives your project a ton of dimension, but this colorway was something that I didn't plan on. It's super, super rainbow and vibrant. I'm really, really happy with using anything that has a ton of color and texture. Moving right along has to be a colorway that stole my heart. This is my brand new Monet. And again, this was dyed on the boucle fiber, which is a 100% superwash merino fiber. But as you can see, what spoke to me so much about this colorway is the fact that we have more of these earth tone colors. To me, this is kind of like an everyday wearable palette. We have more of these light sky blues with a little bit of like earthy toned mustard colors. But again, I can see myself making a whole matching set, which I do plan on creating very, very soon using this fiber, kind of like a crop top and a flowy mini skirt. So I just really fell in love with these very subtle but also vibrant colorways. So again, this is my new Monet. And if any of you guys are interested in purchasing some hand-dyed fibers or resin crochet hooks, I do have my website linked down below in the description. Just search that up. I have a ton of different colorways. I'm always launching new colors and new hook sets. So if you guys see something that you like, feel free to check it out and further support my small business. But another colorway that I wanted to touch on is this, and this is my Fairy's Breath. What made me so excited to dye this one up is the fact that I got to use a new fiberway, which is my 50% cotton and 50% superwash merino. So this is the overall colorway. You guys can really tell that these greens and like these mossy earth tones are definitely my favorite colors of all time. Last but not least, let's go ahead, get the camera in focus. And I wanted to show you guys my all-time favorite resin hooks are these brand new custom sets. Of course, they were customized with some of my favorite sayings and just my name. So as you guys can see here, I have my name Erin here in one of them, and in this other one I have I love yarn. Some of my hooks are actually sitting in my room, so I don't have the whole set with me, but with this hook set I just have some really fun holographic flowers. I've got some sprinkles in there, so this is by far my favorite hook set. But the second runner-up favorite set were just my Valentine's themed hooks. So these are what they look like. Again, we just have a ton of like really cute, colorful, sweetheart candies inserted inside. And overall, it does give it a super like rainbow colorful vibe. And now the moment that you guys have all been waiting for, the giveaway announcement. As I mentioned earlier, I will be hosting 2 separate giveaways. So if you guys would like to enter into my YouTube giveaway, all you have to do is make sure that you are subscribed here to my channel. Of course, like this video. And lastly, just leave any type of comment down below telling me your favorite make of mine from the year or a project that you would like to see me make in the upcoming months. So that's all that you have to do to enter into the YouTube giveaway. And of course, that will be open internationally, worldwide. And then for my second giveaway, that will be hosted over on my TikTok and my Instagram platforms. So you will have to be following me over on both of those social media pages. Of course, all you have to do is be following both of those channels. And then secondly, leave a comment down below on this photo post right here from Instagram, and you can comment and tag as many times and as many people as you guys would like. Those will all be separate extra entries into the giveaway. So yeah, that's all you have to do. And of course, for an extra entry, you can repost that photo to your stories and make sure that you tag me and that your account is on public so that I can see it and tally those extra entries. So yeah, those are going to be the little guidelines and the little rules to the giveaway. For the YouTube giveaway, I'm going to put together a massive package. First and foremost, I will be including a ton of my own hand-dyed fibers, so you guys could potentially win some of these colors that you see right here. I will also be including a set of my resin crochet hooks, and the winner of that giveaway will be able to choose between either my brand new rainbow hook set or the very infamous floral resin hook set. So the option is going to be left up to the winner. And then lastly, I will also be including a full set of my handmade stitch markers. So those are going to be all of the items included into the YouTube giveaway. Now, in regards to the social media giveaway, I thought it would be really fun to let the winner of that giveaway customize their own personal hook set. So again, kind of going back to the hooks that I showed you guys before, you will be able to pick out the sayings that are within your hook, as well as the little glitters and just like the little design inserts that I place inside the hook. So whoever wins the social media giveaway will get to customize their own complete resin hook set. I'm back. Y'all know me. I had to make a coffee to finish up the rest of this video. Okay, we need a little bit of motivation. And to go ahead and wrap up the second part of this video, I thought it'd be really fun to just answer a ton of the most asked questions from my Instagram. So I held a little poll over there. I screenshotted everything. I made sure not to look because I would like to do a little bit of a rapid fire questionnaire. I'm just gonna shoot from the hip and see what comes out of my mouth. So I'm gonna go ahead and pull up the questions now and let's see what you guys asked me. What's your favorite thing to knit or crochet? Now, first and foremost, I have to clarify that as much as I love knitting, crochet is always going to be my favorite type of art form. And for me, anything that involves creating a wearable, and again, a wearable that is extremely versatile and that I can wear with almost anything in my closet. So I love cardigans, I love crop tops, very simple, essential items. Staying motivated when working on a long project. To be totally honest with you guys, whenever I'm making a super massive, large project, I personally like to incorporate a few other smaller projects that I can work on throughout the big one, such as, you know, a little basic crop top like this, just to help kind of perk me up again and help me get motivated, and then I can go back to working on the big project. Will you ever sell your items at a pop-up market? Now, this is actually something that I wanted to touch on in this video. I've been trying to do some stuff in the works where I can set up a little pop-up shop, whether that's at a flea market or just anywhere in person. For me, getting to socialize with people one-on-one is a huge part of this whole community and part of this journey. So I really want to be able to just kind of further my business and my friendships and my community by being able to sell things in person. Another thing that I have been working on recently is trying to get my hand-dyed yarns up inside a local yarn shop. So I am trying to kind of ask around, and hopefully in the coming months, I will be able to set up my yarn on a shelf at a shop in person. What camera are you using to film? Currently at the moment, I have been using my Canon M50. I've had that for almost 3 years, but I am looking to expand hopefully to a Sony body. They're super expensive. What was your first ever crochet project? I have mentioned this before in previous videos, but my first ever project, I believe, was a scarf that I made using the Lion brand homespun yarn. And if I can remember correctly, the colorway that I chose was a rainbow colorful multitude of colors. So it had a lot of texture, a lot of color, and best believe that project was not perfect. But I think also my second ever project that I made was a very basic blue headband. Who inspired you to crochet and when did you start crocheting? I started crocheting when I was about 9 or 10 years old. So believe it or not, your girl has been crocheting on and off for the majority of my life, about 19 or 20 years. My grandma and my aunt were the first people who taught me how to crochet. I genuinely only started off with like single crochets and double crochets, and it took me a very long time to get out of that comfort zone and try new types of patterns. How do I grow my small business? Now, this is a super general question, so I'm gonna try to answer it as quickly as possible. When it comes to growing your own small business, you have to think of it as your full-time job. Whether or not you have a separate job, you really need to be putting every waking hour and every moment into your work, because the more time that you spend on it, the more that it's going to flourish. I would also highly recommend marketing your own small business. Marketing plays a huge role in the amount of actual customers that you get. So make a TikTok, make an Instagram for your own small business and try to post as often as you can. How were you able to make a steady income through fiber arts? Quit my 9-to-5 a month ago. I will be as transparent as possible with you. When it comes to having your own small business and a fiber arts business, steady income is not a thing. Even in my own experience, my income is very, very fluid and inconsistent. Some months are going to be better than others, and as expected, other months you're going to earn a lot less than you had predicted. So I could not recommend enough making sure that you have enough savings built up that you can rely on in the bad months. For me, paycheck to paycheck, it varies completely. So no month is exactly the same, which is why I would also recommend that you have multiple streams of income. For me, not only do I have YouTube or Google as one payment, but I also have my small business. And thirdly, I have affiliate marketing. So for you, if you are planning on starting your own small business, try to find other ways that you can increase your income and not only rely on one source. How do you stay motivated and avoid burnout? Love you, girly. I love you too. This is such a tricky question because burnout can come and go in its phases. I would say for me, it's really important to have multiple hobbies and not only rely on just crochet or just knitting. If I spend too much of my day solely crocheting, I can get extremely burnt out, which is why you want to have other passions and other hobbies that you can rely on and kind of split your time equally, whether that's painting, reading, sewing, writing. Just pick other hobbies and try to balance out everything equally. In the beginning of making an account, how do you stay consistent with content? Now, when it comes to my YouTube channel, I took it very, very seriously. I treated it as if it was my 9-to-5 job. In reality, it's kind of like a 24/7 job. But with YouTube, I made sure that I got on a very strict schedule on my posting days, and I made sure to never waver from that. Consistency is key, and that is how I grew my own YouTube channel here. But I will have to admit that when it comes to my social media platforms such as Instagram and TikTok, I am not consistent. I'm kind of just like on the fly with everything. So when I have a post, I'll post it. So I would recommend that if you're trying to start a social media account or a YouTube account, that you make a very specific schedule. Make sure that you have things pre-planned, pre-lined up, so that once you start your channel and make it live, all you have to do is hit schedule or hit post now, and then the work is already done for you. But yeah, just try to get on a really strict schedule. I cannot emphasize that enough. How/where do you get your crochet inspiration? My favorite places to get inspiration are honestly from people on the streets or even from clothing websites that I like to shop from, such as Princess Polly, there's ASOS, and there's even like Jaded London, just random websites that I love the look of the clothing. I really like to look at pieces that have been physically sewn together, and then from there I like to figure out a way to translate that into crochet. So a lot of times I'm looking either at the fit or like the style, the drape of an outfit, or even just the shapes and the contours on the body, and then I like to translate that through my own methods. So for me, I personally like to look at physical pieces of clothing that haven't been crocheted or knitted before. Any tips for people looking to start their own small business? I did touch on this briefly before, but I will say first and foremost that it is extremely important that you invest back into your own business. When I first started my YouTube channel and my own small business, I had a really hard time spending my hard-earned money back into my own business, but that is part of the growth. And the way that I look at it is, if you want to make money, you have to spend money. So do whatever it is that you need to further your business, such as purchasing lights, a backdrop, nice camera gear. It all pays off in the end. Again, you need to get on a strict schedule on what you're creating or editing, whatever it may be. Put yourself on a specific timeline and try your best to stick to that. Hardest thing about having a one-woman business. I feel like this question kind of answers itself. There's only me when it comes to creating things from scratch with my own bare hands. So for me, I feel like I don't have enough hours in the day to get everything done. Again, you guys know that I'm crocheting, I'm making tutorials, I'm finishing up projects, I'm dyeing yarn, I'm making hooks, I'm shipping out orders, I do emails, I do everything on my own. So I would love to get to the point where I can hire little helpers and assistants with my business, but I feel like I'm not quite at that point income-wise yet to sustain that. Future goals for the channel, and also, do you have a tentative date for the apparel merch drop? So my plans for this channel, of course, we want to continue to grow the fiber family. I would love to work on collaborations this upcoming year. I'd love to work with other fiber artists, whether that's me dyeing the yarn and having them create something unique, or even just crocheting and working on something together. So yeah, I'm definitely open for collaborations. If you guys know anybody, DM them, DM me, let me know. And then in regards to the merch drop, I have been working really hard on that. All I have left to do is shoot the actual merch, solicit it, market it, and then put it up on my website. So let's tentatively plan for the end of June or the beginning of July. With the merch, I will have t-shirts, long sleeves, hoodies, crew necks, and some lounge shorts for when you guys are crocheting around the home. So merch drop is coming soon. What was the biggest learning curve that came with creating your YouTube channel? So there's a few different things, but first off, I would have to say learning how to edit my videos completely on my own and edit them efficiently. My first ever YouTube video took me over a month to edit, and that was purely because I was using outdated equipment, an outdated phone, and an outdated computer. So it made editing way more tedious and difficult than it had to be. Another thing was, in the very beginning, I was super inconsistent with my posting. So one month I would do once a month, and then the next post was like 2 months away from that. It was kind of just all over the place, and it took me a little bit of time to really narrow down how specific I wanted to be on my posting dates. But I would say now more so, my learning curve with YouTube is a really difficult balance between creating what I want to create and then creating things that my audience wants to see, and finding that perfect balance. That way, again, you don't feel burnt out, but you're also catering to what your friends and your loved ones want to see. So that's my current struggle. Are you currently in college? No, I'm not. I already graduated from the University of California, Santa Barbara with my BA. Advice on the best way to learn how to crochet clothing. I would have to say the best way to learn how to crochet clothing is just through trial and error. As you guys know, with my style of crochet, it really just involves you guys measuring your own body size and then crocheting to that size. Whatever it is that you're making, whether it's a skirt, a dress, a tank top, make the piece as wide or as long as you think that it needs to be, and then go from there. A lot of times you also want to try on the clothing as you're going, and if things aren't looking the way that you want it to look, frog that bad boy, tear her out, and start all over. I could also recommend finding an item in your closet that you really love the fit of on your own body, and then try to recreate that through crochet. Again, just measure the piece that you have, create that chain, create the shapes, the decreases, the increases, and then you start to get a feel for how pieces are constructed. And for the very last question, favorite color / fave textured stitch. As you guys know with me, my favorite colors of all time are more of like the greens and blues, but more subdued. So kind of like this one, the Fairy's Breath. I just really love neutral clothing or neutral colors. And when it comes to my favorite stitches, you guys know that with me, the basics are where it's at. So anytime that I can use a half double crochet, a double crochet, or a treble crochet, that is definitely my comfort zone and where I thrive. But my favorite all-time stitches are anything super elongated. So like a treble crochet or even a double treble, again, anything that has a lot of height to it. And I also really love lacy stitches. So anything that is kind of see-through and peekaboo, very lightweight and ethereal and floaty. Yeah, those are like my favorite types of stitches. But that's gonna go ahead and wrap up this super fun and exciting 100K sub video. So of course, let me also know down below in the comments future videos that you guys would like to see me put together, whether that's a small business video. I would also really love to put together a how to grow your YouTube channel type of video. And of course, upcoming tutorials. Again, let me know what you guys want to see. I'm here at your disposal, and I just want to make things that intrigue you guys and motivate you guys and inspire you to continue crafting. So I just want to say all my love in the world goes to you guys. Thank you guys again so much. I'll be seeing you guys very, very soon.